How's it going, guys? So as you guys know, I mainly do testing videos, but as of lately, I just really haven't had time for that, and I haven't been able to come out with videos as often as I'd like to. So I'm gonna start up almost a new series. I'm gonna be working a lot on styles and how they could affect your team, as well as to help you build your own team based on styles, and also kind of throwing in my own test results into it for some of them. And if you guys don't know this, styles are factored in like above 30 gives you +3 on this certain stats, above 60 gives you +4, and above 90 gives you +5. Uh, Short pass gives you throw accuracy short, medium, it gives you pass block, it gives you catch and traffic. Long pass gives you throw accuracy medium, deep, pass block, and route running. Ground and pound gives you carrying, run block, trucking, stiff arm. Speed run gives you carrying, run block, elusiveness, and juke move. And my favorite one to use is I use 90 plus ground and pound, which gives me +5 in those, and then I use 60 plus speed run so that I could use the Jack Del Rio coach, gives my entire team +2 acceleration. It's a huge boost to my team, but I won't be going into that just because I'm able to make that lineup fairly easily because I have so many Schefter star players. I'll show you guys how to make these lineups above 90 each without Schefter stars, and I kind of use a little cheat sheet thing. I'll link you guys. Mad Dog on Reddit's the one that made it, and so yeah, that'll help you guys out. But anyways, here's my lineup. So here's my lineup right here. All these guys get +9 run blocking, +9 carrying, +2 acceleration, um, +5 truck, +5 stiff arm, +4 juke, and +4 elusiveness. That's my whole team. I run the ball a lot, and that it's huge as far as after the catch with my tight ends and receivers. I'll double this as a little lineup, kind of showing you guys my lineup on offense, anyways. You see here, my backup running backs, I use Team of the Week Johnson and Super Bowl Ronnie Hillman, 3 really good running backs. I have Gurley backing them up. And then I have, I use Road to the Playoffs Walker as my backup tight end, backup fullback. And, I put them in my results and I'll show you all of it. But before I kind of show you, I guess almost the layout, I'll show you how to make the 90 plus ground and pound, 90 plus speed run team without using Schefter stars and without using expensive players. I did my best to keep it as cheap as possible. Alright, so in order to get the 90 plus as cheap as possible and not having Schefter stars, you need to complete the dual style 90 plus, 90 plus, and get the coach for ground and pound and speed run. He gives you +2 run blocking, and that's huge. And you see here it's 31,000. 31,000 is absolutely nothing when you see how much money it saves you using this and how good it makes your team in the run, especially like I played against super stacked teams and I just run all over them. And then by the time they have to over pursue, I have all my guys to throw it to. I love this play style. So here's kind of what I came up with. Alright, quick explanation of what you see going on here. So you see the far left, that's obvious. Right here it says points from 99. That's how I grade a lot of players. I grade them how many points they are away from being 99 in an important category, or what I see like deem important. And linemen, you still have to worry about their strength, speed, awareness. I don't really care too much about that. I found that it doesn't make a huge difference. Awareness does if they're pulling, speed does if they're pulling, but for tackles, I kind of only care about pass block and run block. And you'll see here that Walter Jones is way better than Brickshot Ferguson, and I just kind of picked the best guys that were up on MUT rank, but I did look at Munoz, and he's way better than Munoz too. So, and way cheaper. And then look at even base Jason Peters, and that's across the board. The best on a budget guys are better than the best guys in the game with this boost. So you're kind of handicapping the rest of your team by not giving them boosts, but if you do this, you'll save a lot of money because it covers 5 positions, main ones, as far as your linemen, your running back, which is also an expensive position on your team, and it turns all of your receivers into blocking beasts, especially if you get blocking ones in the first place. They basically turn into tight ends, and we'll take a look at that at the very end. But I just found this really surprising is how good these really cheap budget players are. I just picked the dudes that I thought would fit in best, and they're really cheap. Yeah, I just thought that was such a huge difference. And so let's check out this next part. So here we go. We have the running backs. Dickerson, my 2 running backs that he's behind him, and then the budget beast compared to Bo Jackson. And before I get into that, let me explain it to you guys because I know my thing's kind of confusing. I'll make sure to post an Imgur link to all this stuff so you can look at it after the fact. But anyways, if I have a B next to it, that means it's a boosted stat. I added speed and acceleration to kind of show you that the top tier guys are still going to be faster, still have better acceleration. And then the points from 99, I already explained that. But if it's in parentheses, that means that it's the number minus truck and stiff arm, because there's elusive backs that just don't have that, and it really hurts their numbers when they're a lot better than that, especially like elusive guys. Let's check out Super Bowl Hillman. He has a horrible score because I counted it in truck and stiff arm. Take that away, and he's one of the best elusive backs. Kind of shows it. and this works better for the next one. But I threw in Peterson in there because he has super low carrying, and that's his one fault with this card. With this plus 10 boost, he is a beast. Look at his stats. Like, if I told you that card right there is a 600k card, you wouldn't be surprised. Same with Gurley. That looks like a 2 million coin card right there, minus the speed and acceleration. But, I mean, look at Johnson. He has a speed and acceleration. That is a million coin card right there. Goes for 36k. Use these boosts. The boost costs 31k. I already showed you that. So for 67k, you could get one of the most insane running backs in the game. Okay, so right here we have Dickerson versus all the other running backs in the game. And, just check it out. If I told you right now that Dickerson is the most expensive out of all of these, would you be that surprised? I mean, his speed's kind of low to be the most expensive, but counting all the other stuff, that's insane, his numbers. 99 juke, 99 elusiveness, with 96 truck and 99 stiff arm, 98 acceleration. That's insane, and he's by far the cheapest out of all of them. All these running backs are here to be the best back in the game if they had these same boosts as Dickerson. My point is that you could get running backs just as good as the top tiers if you use these boosts. And it doesn't just go for running backs. If you're a guy that likes passing the ball a lot, use some of the other boosts. My next video is going to be on defense most likely, but after that I'm going to be doing long pass, short pass, and I'm going to show you guys that if you use boosts and you utilize them correctly, you could have one of the best teams in the game with a 92, 93 overall. And if you're an 85, your team could act like a 90 if you use the right boosts. So here's the totals, and this really puts into perspective how many coins you save. Check it out. Even with my O-line, I mean, I consider my O-line stacked, but O-line and running back, I consider them stacked. But when you compare it to the most expensive best, I just went on my ranking in best. I didn't choose by most expensive. I just picked the top one. And check it out. I'm saving 3 mil, and then if you go a budget, you're saving 3.7 mil. You're building a sick O-line and running back combo with 137k. I'm not counting the strength, speed, acceleration, awareness. So that's part of it. But I consider run block and pass block by far the most important. And for an O-line, I'm really not willing to pay that much more for it, especially when you consider the boosted one had better run blocking and pass blocking stats. Like just those two, the budget one for 137 ended up being better than the best in the game with these boosts. You're kind of handicapping the rest of your team, but if you weren't using boosts in the first place, why wouldn't you do this? Look at how many coins you could save and how stacked your team could be. It's really the only way to compete with the top tier guys in the game. Once you get to All Pro First, All Madden, and all that stuff, you're playing against dudes that are like this O-line and running back on the left. You really need these boosts to compete if you don't have a stacked team. So that's the totals. Here's how it affects the rest of my offense. Just going along, look at my two tight ends, Superlative Kelsey and Road to the Playoffs Walker. Those two guys would have 96 run blocking. That is a glitch right there. Those dudes would be like offensive tackles playing tight end. Look at my receivers. Ward and Marshall are at 90 and 85. Broyles and Cooper, my two, number 3 and number 4, that's 74 and 72. I think Hines Ward's a 73. Yeah, he's a 73 before the boost. So all of a sudden those dudes become like Hines Ward level. And then look at all these guys after the catch. All of a sudden Marshall has 99 stiff arm. Look at Ward, 96 truck, 94 stiff arm, 97 juke, 91 elusiveness. That's a beast running back right there. So, I run the ball all the damn time, and then I call pass. I hit a dude in the flats, and he's breaking 3 tackles because he has all these boosts. I cannot recommend these boosts enough. So that's it for today, guys. Stay tuned for my next one. I'm going to be trying to come out with these more often. Song for this one's going to be Psych, no motherfucking songs till Life of Pablo comes out.